Okay, problem 5 on our review for division of decimals is 122 and 4/10 divided by 2 and 4/10. I'm going to use partial quotients to solve that. So the first thing I need to do is get rid of my decimal in my divisor. My second number is my divisor. I do not want a decimal in my divisor. So I'm going to take my decimal and I'm going to move it as far as it needs to the right to get rid of it. In this case, I need to move it one place to the right. So anything I do to my divisor, I have to do the dividend as well. So I'm going to do the same thing, move it one place to the right. So now I have 1,224 divided by 24. I'll do that in black. So if I want to rewrite the problem, I could do that. Divided by 24. And I'm going to put that number into my division symbol, my problem. We're using partial quotients, so we'll write the traditional division sign, and then we will put this line for partial quotients just to separate our work from our number of groups. The last thing I do before starting the problem is I make a number bank. So I want 1 times 24, 2 times 24, and 5 times 24. Well, 1 times 24 is 24. 2 times 24, well, I know 2 times 25 is 50. So 2 times 24 just has to be 2 less than that, which is 48. 5 times 24, you could try and do in your head, or you can just multiply it out like I am. 4 times 5 is 20, so I'll write down the 0, carry the 2. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. So 5 times 24 is 120. All right, for my 120, I've still got quite a ways to go before I get to the thousands. So I'm going to multiply. I'm going to add a 0 to each of the numbers I multiplied by. So 10 times 24 is 240. 20 times 24 is 480. And 50 times 24 is 1,200. All right, I am pretty close to that 1,224. Just to make sure I can't get closer, I'm going to try the next number, which would be 100 times 24, which would be 2,400. Okay, that's way too big. I don't need that number. So the biggest number I can take away from my number bank is 1,200, which is 50 groups of 24. So I write my number of groups I'm taking away on the right side of that line, keeping track of that number. 4 minus 0 is 4. 2 minus 0 is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. And 1 minus 1 is 0 as well. So now I just have 24. Well, one group of 24 is 24. So I just have to take away one more group, end up with 0. Now I just add 50 plus 1. These are the numbers of groups I took away, which is 51. So that's my answer. 122 and 4/10 divided by 2 and 4/10 equals 51. You can see I didn't worry about a decimal because the decimal is going to go after the 4 technically. So I don't have any numbers after my decimal, which means I don't need any numbers after a decimal in my answer. So my answer is 51.